Are you all ready? Shall we go? So I choose the topic Kiasu. At least you know I'm not a monk, huh? But I don't speak any dialects as well. Because I choose Kiasu, you probably think I could speak Chinese or other dialects. No, I don't. I know only Kiasu. Because I have a Kiasu, you know. Some years ago, the lady, one of our Pali College students, came to the class very early. She said, always earlier than the others. So I asked, why you always come early? Bandit, you do not know. We Singaporeans have a Kiasu. So she said, what do you mean Kiasu? If I'm late, my seat is already taken by others. So I don't want to lose my seat. And I always want to sit in front row. That's why I come earlier. So I said, if that means the Kiasu, it's not that bad, isn't it? She want to sit on the front row, and then she want to listen carefully, properly, and then she want to take a note well. That's why she doesn't want to lose her seat. It's not that bad. So another thing she said, we Singaporeans. So I said, I don't think only Singaporeans have a Kiasu. How about the other people? Huh? Don't you think I have a Kiasu? I want to lose whatever I possess? This is not Singaporeans' problem. This is universal. But in fact, it's not a real problem as well. Now, before we start talk, shall I ask you, do you understand my English? How many percent? Huh? I will try my best. Also, you have to try. Some years ago, some people say that, I don't understand your English. So, what can I do? Try. Some years in Singapore, and I give a talk here and there. And the first one is at NUS, Buddhist Society. So after that, I told my members and devotees, now I haven't given talk here and there in Singapore. They've invited me first time because of the temple. Because of the temple's name and a reputation. But they invite again, a second time. To me, if they did not understand my English, they will not invite me for second time. Is it logical? I think so. Yeah. First time was they did not know. That's why they invited. They did not understand anything. Second time, sorry, why you invite for the monks who you do not understand? So second time, I told. If they invite the second time, somehow, more or less, they understand my English. So I told my members and devotees, don't say that I don't understand your English. Now this time you improve your listening skill. I would say the same to you, okay? Don't say I don't understand your English. Okay, please improve your listening skill. So I'll share one of my stories. She said that only Singaporeans have a Kiasu. So I told her I also have a Kiasu some years ago. It's a true Kiasu, 32 million Kiasu, you know. When I was a young monk, I stayed in the States in Burma. I got some friends from the Westerners, Americans, English. They're quite funny, you know. Sometimes they bought the lottery tickets. And sometimes as a present, they send it to me. But most of them never strike, of course. But anyhow, they thought, we cannot give. So if you got money, you do something for your people. So they bought some tickets, whatever. They send it to me. One time, from Australia, they sent a letter to me. You strike 32 million. So it's look real, you know. So I look at it. I was shocked. I'm a millionaire now. So I was not very sure, yeah. So I went to my teacher and I showed it. Okay, look at it. Why is it true? You strike. You are a millionaire now. So I was not very sure yet. So I showed my English teacher as well. You know, my English teacher, old teachers, they did not know very well. So he said, yeah, monk, you are a millionaire now. Yes, I'm proving, yes, I'm a millionaire. So, totally changed. So one day, my teacher called me. Now you got 32 millions. What are you going to do? So I told him, okay, half of them for education. I will set up education foundation to do so bright. I will send them to abroad. And learning. Also the monks, the young monks, they want to learn here or there. They want to go to Western countries, or they want to go to Sri Lanka or whatever. So to me, okay, that is the hub for education foundation. So how about the hub? And using, believe it or not, 32 million is not enough. So another thing I started to know, it's a very difficult feeling, Once you know that, not actually I'm 32 millionaire. But since then, the feeling and the mind, everything changed. Usually I always go out. And then since I know I got a 32 million, I dare not go out alone. Well, the problem come again. Well, not only myself, my friends, my teacher also told me, don't go out carelessly like before. When you got a lot of money, you got love. So I dare not go out. This is a big problem. So the problem ended only when I went to the Australia embassy and I showed this letter. No, it's not real. It's simply simple and it's a fake one. Nothing. So, I feel very relaxed. 32, even though I got a 32 million, it was not enough. I want to do more. But nothing, okay, that's much better. So for about 3 months, I have been suffering for Kiasu. 32 million Kiasu. It's not that small, Quite serious one. So let's go to the Kiasu. When I look, you may not know it. That's why I put it in the screen. The lady said the Kiasu. Said, what does it mean? What's the meaning of a Kiasu? What's the meaning of a Kiasu? Afraid to lose? Worried to lose? Huh? You don't want to lose it. So when I look in the Buddhist teachings, that there are 2 Pali terms are found, quite similar. Maitreya and Upadana. You may not know, never mind. Maitreya means you don't want to show your properties because you're worried about it. If they know it, they might want to possess my property. So in these days, more or less, we have a Maitreya. Maitreya is in fact not very bad one. The only one thing is you want to hide whatever you possess. You don't want to show. Now the banking system, you don't have to show as well, right? If anybody come and ask, what is your salary? We don't want to say. It's a rude as well. So how much money you save? We do not say. Somehow it is the psychological problem of ourselves. Not only that, if we keep on telling that, it's not very good as well. Maitreya means we don't want to show whatever we possess to the people. Even they come and ask, we do not say the truth. This is the Maitreya. You worry that if I say the truth, he may want to borrow money from me or something. That's why you never say the truth. That is the characteristic of the Maitreya. Upadana. Upadana, literally speaking, is a grasping. You don't want to lose, so you grasp strongly. It's called Upadana. But commentator will explain it. It's like a snake and a frog. When the snake is very hungry, it cannot lose. It will not let the frog loose. It will catch no matter what. Cannot lose. Just catch no matter what. That is the nature of the upadana. So Kiasu is somehow, in the Buddhist teaching, somehow like a matriya or upadana. It's hard to say which one is more similar to the Kiasu. But okay, let us go here. Why Kiasu? The Buddha would say the perception. Perception is one of the 5 aggregates. The aggregates of the perception. The aggregates of the materials. The aggregates of the perception. The aggregates of the feelings. The aggregates of consciousness. And the aggregates of mental factors. These are called 5 aggregates. Have you heard about it? I'm quite sure. So perception. Usually, most of the time, the kiasu or afraid to lose come from the perception. Okay, let us talk about the perception. What is the perception? I will say the human body, for example. Why do we perceive what the human life means? What's human life? What's the meaning of human life? Okay, this question will be quite big. So what must we have to call human being? Physically or mentally? First of all, I will show about the hair. As a lay person, you must have hairs. Right? How about the 5 fingers? We have a perception. Each and every one hand must have 5 fingers. Is it true? You think so? That is a perception, you know. Nobody said that. We always think one hand must have 5 fingers. So our perception is that my hands must have 5 fingers. That's a perception. If we lose 1 finger, how should we feel? Should we be happy or should we be upset? We will be definitely upset. For example, a newborn baby doesn't have 5 fingers, only 4 fingers. Suppose the baby is your children, your child. How will you feel? Will you be happy? Will you be proud of that? No, surely not. He or she doesn't have 1 finger, she only 4. Why can you be proud? Perception is already there. As a human being, each one hand must have 5 fingers. Who said that? Nobody said that. That's our perception. If a child lacks 1 finger, we're totally upset. So suppose about the 1 finger. This finger, what can this finger do in our life to me? To me, okay, more important thing is, can we survive without smallest finger? Can we survive? Of course we can. Suppose, since the first time, we do not have 5 fingers. So even though we have 4 fingers, we have no problem at all. Without smallest finger, we can survive. But because of the perception, if a newborn baby doesn't have a finger, we feel very upset. So to me, what is it? Who gave you this upset? Your perception. Man perception. We have already cultivated this perception. The Buddha said that the perception, the aggregates of the perception, somehow it will give us some problems. I'm not totally pessimistic about it, but these kiasu come from the perception. As a man, as a lady, we must have this, we must have that. And then perception said, first of all, perception is not fixed yet. And then everyone must have 5 fingers. sometimes later, long times later, the perception become already fixed as a truth. It's become a truth. Last year, I have read the newspaper. It said that the ladies must have 3 C's in Singapore. What are the 3 C's? That is a perception. What are 3 C's? I'm asking about the last year's newspaper, not this year. This year added 2 more C's. Last year, I was not very sure. Last year, I have read that newspaper. They said, in these days, the ladies want 3 C's. First one, car, credit card, no, condo. Since you have a credit card, no problem about the cash, isn't it? So, maybe now it's not fixed perception yet. Somehow later, there will be perception to fixed perception. Everyone, every lady must have car, credit card, and condo. Oh, perception. And then you already fix it. Suppose you cannot live in a condo, what happened? You're not very happy. Why? It's because of the fixed perception. Who said that? Without condo, can you survive? Of course you can. How about without credit card? Can you survive? Of course you can. How about the car? Singapore, I think it's too small to travel. Wherever you go, whatever you want to go, on a public transport or whatever, it's first class. You don't need any car or whatever. But if you have, of course, no problem at all. But the one thing is, somehow later, the perception will be already fixed. If you cannot match that to that perception, you won't be happy. Why you are not happy? Because of that? No. The prime reason is perception. So I remember when the Buddha's time. Previously, the monk had a dinner. Because of the dinner, this practice caused some problems to the monk as well as to the layman people. In the morning, the monks went wrong for lunch food. No much problem. When they want to have a dinner, they went wrong. At night, going to the house at night is in fact not very good. So it causes some problems. So the Buddha asked, do you think you could survive without dinner? What's your answer? Do you think you can survive without dinner? The monk could simply said, of course we could. Okay, you could survive without dinner. Why you take the dinner? Cut down. Perception. Before that, if you miss the dinner, you feel very hungry, Why hungry? Because of the perception. The body is still all right. Now we know that. The Buddha asked, could you survive without dinner? Yes, sir, we could. Since you could survive, why can you take dinner? It's not necessary. Cut down. So we already cut down. So our perception is the monk doesn't have dinner. So without dinner, we feel very comfortable, Suppose I go somewhere, you have to offer the dinner as well. If you didn't offer, if you fail to offer, I'll feel very angry, The people don't care of me, They don't offer the dinner. So my perception is, no dinner, so no problem. So all the perception comes from there. A lot of things, hairstyle or whatever, My sponsor family's daughter was crying. When I asked her why, she said, my fingernails got broken. So it was so crazy, My fingernails get broken, that's why I'm crying. Oh. So I asked, can you survive without your fingernails? Of course you can. Why are you crying? Huh? in your life as well. Look around. When people are so sad, so upset, some people are upset because of their hair loose. Some people come in and ask these problems as well. So to them, I give it the same question. I'm very sad, I'm very upset, my hair loose problem. So I say, can you without hair? Can you survive without hair? Yes, I could. So why you worry? I never have hair since I became a monk. No problem, isn't it? Okay, I lose all the hairs in my hair. I like save time and save energy. I don't have to shave anymore twice a month. I want my hair loose. But to me, don't worry so much. It's a come from the fixed perception. Of course, we want to be perfect, right? I want to have a good hair and everything perfect one. If anything happens, my suggestion is ask yourself, can I survive? Can I live without this? Yes, I can. It's a good point. Don't worry so much. Don't be Kiasu so much. That will be. I'm not saying that this is a good one. The one is we are looking for several linings. Hair loose? Okay, ask yourself, can I survive without this hair? You stay care. Even for the finger loose, newborn baby doesn't have a one finger. So just think about, can he survive without one finger? Stay care. Okay, just carry on. Life is like that. All these problems come from the first perception. Later, the perception become a fixed perception. We thought cannot be changed in this society. You look at a lot of things here. For example, like students in a teenage, they cannot survive without computer. Do you think so? No parents, they don't care. Okay, son or daughter, I'm going for overnight, 1 night, 2 nights. Okay, never mind, I'll take care of myself. Just say that. One night you may not have a computer in your room. They will feel very upset. The perception already fixed. Each and every student must have a computer. So in this modern life, a lot of things based on the perception. But we must be wise. Otherwise, we might have a more worries. Our minds are not so peaceful. If anything happens, my suggestion, ask yourself, can I live without computer? Okay, I can. Can I live without car? Yes, you can. Can I live without condo? Yes, you can. Can I live without hair? Yes, you can. It does not happen, it's okay. But it's happening, just ask the same question. And that could make very comfortable to you. Another one is because of the perfectionism. Some people want to be perfect, everything perfect. That's why they have a Kiasu. They cannot satisfy what they have. They cannot satisfy what they possess. They want to be always perfect. In a classroom, they want to be the first. When they got a second, they got upset. When the life is good, doing well, that will be all right. When the life turn around, when the karma turn around, those people got more troubles. Need to be very careful about the perfectionism, good and bad. So to me, some people who are perfectionists, they worry more than other people. So perception. So Kiasu, who has a more Kiasu? Stronger perception. You have a stronger perception, you have a more Kiasu. You worry more than other people. Recently, I have read a book. So I will go back to the lady's statement. She said, we all Singaporeans have a Kiasu. So, okay, let us see the stages of the countries, of organization, of the person. This is the warrior stage, and athletic stage, and a big brother stage, an intellectual stage. Warrior stage. As a country, it means they are fighting for the independence. when you look around, when you look at the world, they call the warrior stage. They're just fighting for the independence. They want to fight. They want to win no matter what. So this is called the warrior stage. So later, athletic stage. They say that some country like Singapore is athletic stage. After getting independence, they are trying to get achievement as fast as possible. So athletic stage. It's not as a country. Individually is also correct. Then, big brother stage. Suppose a big brother stage like a Soviet Union or United States. So what is the nature of the big brother stage? So intellectual level, so far, no country achieved to the intellectual level. Some Indians want to claim that India is intellectual level, but many reject it, not this level yet. So warrior level suggests a fight, no matter what. So athletic level, they want to win anything. When they win something, they want to show off. That's the characteristic. They want to win. They want to fight in a fairly. And if they win, psychological weakness, they want to show off what they have achieved. I think that could be correct in terms of when you look in the Singapore, in the athletics or whatever. They're fighting. Must get some achievement. And they're proud when they have such achievement. Okay, if say so, Kiasu or warrior must be here. Because of psychologically a little bit of the weaker than later stage. So go to the big brother stage. Big brother stage, they don't want to show off. As an organization or as a person or whatever, is it true? Warrior level, maybe you are high school students, or A level, O level, you're fighting. And then go to the athletics level, maybe university or just graduate. And then you run, you're trying to stabilize your life and your job or whatever. It could be the athletic level. After that, you have a stabilized job and a stabilized career and whatever. Somehow your mind change, automatically change to the brother level, big brother level. What does it mean, the big brother? They want to get influence on others. Is it true? When you get a stable job, stable career, and a stable income, and a stable family or whatever, at that time, somehow you want to influence on other people. Do this, do that, and then start to give some advice to others. That's why psychologically it's not perfect yet, big brother level. It's personally, individually. And if you look at the country also, we can find some countries, American, they want to get some influence on some other countries. So how about the Soviet Union? They want to get some influence on other countries. Socialism, that's good. You just follow, you should practice. And they have some influences as well. So they say that big brother level, like the United States, formerly Soviet Unions, are considered as a big brother level. They don't want to show off much, but they want influence. They want to be influential country. Individually as well. Athletic level, we beat up our life. We try very hard. We achieve some levels. Then after that, automatically, our mind, our attitude change to big brother level. Yeah, I have achievement. I'm a professor, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer. I have a family. Everything is stable. So I start to give advice to some others, to those who are younger than me. So it's a big brother level. So they say that athletic compared to big brother level, athletic level has psychologically weaker. So they want to show off. So I contemplate about what the lady said. We all Singaporeans have a Kiasu. According to this sequence, And they also could be all right as well because of your athletics level. It's not warrior level. Go back to our country, it's like Obama. They don't worry much, Totally, their life is very good. In terms of the feeling, facilities or whatever you say that, it's not very good. Even my life is not the same. My life in Singapore and my life in Burma. I'm a monk, but not the same. Maybe in our country, in Burma, it's maybe warrior level. Singapore is athletic level. You have to run. If you don't run, you will left behind. So you worry more. Okay, that's possible. When I was in my country, look at the people, Sometimes they don't even have for the 1 week food. Not enough for 1 week. But they are still happy, They don't worry much. So I think, which life is better? We cannot say which is better. So the only one is a warrior level and athletics level. I understand. Singaporeans, you are athletics level. You must run. Must run. No way. You have to run. Otherwise, you are left behind. Run, run, run. No choice. It's true. So, based on this statement, yes, I agree with that. You might have a more Kiasu than myself. All my country people, they do not have much to worry. So when you get the big brother level, you don't worry much as well. Less. Athletics level is the toughest. You are trying to achieve something. Individually or as an organization or athletics level, we have to try very, very hard. So previously we said about upadana, grasping. Don't want to lose anything. Cannot lose. We don't want to lose karma, sensual pleasures or sensual desires, or sensual enjoyment. We don't want to lose our enjoyment. Is it called karma upadana? You don't want to lose the perception what you have, what's your enjoyment, your happiness. So you grasp. So long as you can grasp, is all right. The one thing is, sometimes you cannot grasp it anymore. At the time, we start to worry. At the time, we feel upset. Not only the sensual pleasures, also deity, views, ideas. Sometimes we cling and grasp our views as well. Most of us thought that is objective. Sometimes we thought my ideas and my view is not so objective. But we don't want to give up the views. The 4 ways of the grasping. Wrong view, right or wrong? We want to cling, we want to grasp our view. Silabda Brahmasa. So right and righteous. Chinese right and righteous. And the Indians have Indian right and righteous. And Burmese have Burmese right and righteous. Some are reasonable. Some are not reasonable, so for sure. But somehow, if we have some rights and righteous which are not reasonable, we always want to defend it. Somehow we want to explain it. It's also sensible. It's also meaningful or whatever. Attawada, personalities, personal point of views. Sometimes we cling. So if we try to clean these 4, somehow we might have a kiasu or we might have too much worry. So for the sensual pleasures, in the Kama Sutta, what the Buddha gave the example is very good. He gave it like a piece of the meat. Sensual pleasures are like a piece of the meat. The vultures are running around. Once you got the piece of the meat, other vultures will come and attack you. And you defend as much as you can, as far as you could. Finally, all the vultures are attacking. You have to give up. There's a piece of the meat. And then another one got this piece of the meat. When another vulture got this piece of meat, all the vultures came and attacked to the meat as well. So the Buddha said, sometimes be careful, since you are pleasure attaching or grasping these are like it. The person who possesses the piece of the meat, the vulture who possesses a piece of the meat, sometimes it's better let it go. I think I could say it about this here, but I cannot give this talk in our country, Truly, so it's called Rajavara Sutta. So the Buddha's advice to the king. This sutta is not allowed to give a talk in our country. The pieces of meat is like the power. When you have a power, other people will be attacking you. And another one called this power. When you get this power, another group will come and attack you again. The best way, the Buddha's advice, sometimes some power or some sensual pleasures are not reasonable. That's why, before they attack, just keep it up. Otherwise, you will lose. Not only that you will lose, you will suffer a lot because all the will be fighting. So, kamuparana. But for example here is, it's like a snake and a frog. Cannot let it go. Only when your mind is at this level, know that you are in trouble later. Sometimes only desire level. Okay, when I get, I will take it. I will try, that's all. I try my best, I don't get it, never mind, let it be. That is a desire level. Psychologically, the Buddhist teaching, desire level. If you are not mindful enough, if you don't care enough, desire level 2, grasping level. Desire level means, I will try, it's alright if I get it. It's also alright if I miss it, but I will try my best. That is good. Sometimes our attitude is stronger than the desires, so-called grasping level. I must get it. Some people might say it's a strong determination. Okay, it's a determination also there, but they're not prepared. What happened when they lose, when they did not get it? So the Buddhist teaching here is desire level and try hard as much as possible. And the Buddha said, prepare when you did not get it. It's a third factors of the dukkha satya. Some dreams may not come true. Some dreams may come true. Some dreams may not come true. When the dreams do not come true, you suffer. Why? Because the dreams do not come true? Or because of your perception? Because of your perception. You really do not understand these are possible or not. If you know that these are possible, this is not impossible, you know that I will get it or I will not get it. So desire level will be the best here. So the Buddha's advice will be, do not go beyond the desire level. But the Buddha always prays to try your best, try our best. But the Buddha denounced it. Don't keep this one. I must get it. Don't grasp it so much. Don't grasp your sensual enjoyment. Don't grasp views. Don't grasp strongly the rights and virtues. And then don't grasp your personalities as well. If we grasp all those into heart, you are going to suffer. So, based on this Kiasu, worry to lose, the Buddhist term, there are only two terms. To me, I found that Maitreya, we don't want to show our properties to others because they might borrow or they might steal from us if they know that is a Maitreya. Another one is a grasping. Grasping is very careful. But to me, like the students, the lady said, she doesn't want to lose her seat in the front row. If it's called Kiasu, the Kiasu is not that bad. So Kiasu sometimes could be good and it could be bad. It's not belong to Singaporeans as well. You know? Don't be Kiasu about it. This Kiasu is a universal one. Whoever has a mind, whoever has a mental phenomena, they will have a Kiasu. They don't want to lose what they have or what they love. It's not belong to Singaporeans. So that's why, don't think only we have a Singaporean. So I told her, do not monopolize a Kiasu. Kiasu belong to the whole world. You have a Kiasu, I have a Kiasu. So some Kiasus are not really bad. We want to try hard. Desire level, not grasping level. I will try. I don't want to lose, I will try. But be prepared, sometimes we might lose. If your desire level, you will stay all right. If you have a grasping level, you suffer a lot. So that is the point. Kiasu, no problem. Some Kiasu are not very good. Some Kiasu stay all right, acceptable. The only one thing is if you have so many Kiasus, you will be very, very kiala to other people. What is kiala? The same one. The lady taught me the three kias, you know. Kiasu, kiala, and what is in the last one? No. Kiasu, kiala, no, kiabo. She wrote a kiabo. She taught me three kias. So I just forget it. Kiasu. Okay. So as a conclusion, don't say only Singaporean have a Kiasu. Kiasu everybody has. Do not monopolize. I have a Kiasu as well. So if we have a Kiasu, we have only two levels. Desire level, okay, no harm. If you have a stronger grasping level, you are going to suffer if you lose it. Somehow we are going to lose it. So just be wise and be mindful of the Buddha's teaching as well. Okay, so I will conclude my talk here. And I believe you could understand my English at least 75 or 75%. At least you got what I mean. Thank you very much, and may you be free from sin.
Thank you, Mante, for the very enlightening talk, and think we all can become enlightened Kiasus. Shall we show our appreciation to the Mante by saying sadhu 3 times? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now it's the Q&A time. Okay, if you have a question, a comment, please raise your hand. I'll bring the mic to you. Can we have the first question? Let's not be Kiasu and wait for another person.
Hello, Bande. Thank you for your enlightening talk. Okay, I'd like to ask a question. What is the difference between attachment and the aspiration to gain enlightenment? Is aspirations a form of attachment too? Yeah, that is my question.
Aspiration and attachment. Attachment, aspirations, you aspire to do something good. Attachment can be good and then bad. But these two are quite similar, but the different thing is attachment. You can attach to the bad things or bad ideas, and you can also attach to the good ideas or good things. But aspiration, most of the time, you aspire for the good things and for good purpose. This is only one thing. Aspiration, we cannot find the bad points. But attachment could be good, could be bad. Go back to the original meaning of the attach. Attach to something. So emotionally, for example, attachment. Attach to something. Suppose you like somebody very much, so you attach to that person. You love to think about that person. So attach to the bad things as well. Suppose you hate somebody, you cannot forget about the somebody as well. You cannot forget the person who you hate. So attachment could be attached to the good things or the bad things. Also, in our life, we could attach to the good things, or sometimes we may attach to the bad things as well. But we hardly found such things in aspiration. We aspire only to the good things and the good purpose. That could be the difference. That's what you mean? Yeah. Attachment, both good and bad. Could be good, could be bad. Aspiration is the only one, is good.
Any more questions? Shall we, on this favorite topic of Kiasu, I think we should have a lot of questions. And maybe you have some comments? Want to share your ideas? Any volunteer?
Bante, thank you for your inspiring talk and to show us how to be, to take Kiasu as not the Singapore culture and as a universal culture. But my questions is on the government approach, on the people top-down approach on wants every Singaporean to aspire to do well in every aspect. So much so that recently you see that parents wants to put their children in good schools. They queue up early in the morning before 6 o'clock. And also in buying houses, you can see long queue. This kind of syndromes, no doubt you know is that is universal. But in the Buddhist context, do you think that it is healthy? And what should we do? Because on one hand, if we do not do well, I understand from the talk that you'll be left behind. But on the other hand, if we don't Kiasu a little bit, we will not survive in the Singapore context. What is the comments on this thing?
It's like I said, Singapore is like athletics level. You have to try harder than other people. Now I'm reading the Lee Kuan Yew's The Hard Truth. Yes, I'm reading now. Yes, he's trying to motivate you or without this, yes, according to him, you will not survive. This Singapore, I already show that it's athletics level. You have to try harder. Trying harder Aspiration is nothing wrong. You have to do, no choice. The Buddha also mentioned about it. Try hard, Uttana. You must try hard. You must try to protect what you possess, right? And also, you must know how to manage what you have. These are the Buddha's teaching. So, you have to try. So, Kiasu, like I said, is not totally bad one. I don't mean that Kiasu is a bad one. She said, I don't want to lose my seat. I want to listen properly. I want to attend the class. So this Kiasu, do you think is it a bad one? No, it's not the bad one. So some Kiasus are not the bad one. And also we must have it as well. The one thing, the attitude is, be ready, try your best, and be wise. Is it possible or not? The target. What is it the target? Is the target is it possible or not? You have to try. Impossible, possible as well. But you must be prepared. I may not win it. So you are ready. So you don't have a Kiasu so much. For example, like sports. At your level, you cannot be the world champion. But you have to try. Try. But not much expectation. Not much Kiasu. That's why you might not be champions of the world. But you will stay alright. So you have to try hard. So like Singapore, athletics level, not many natural resources. Like, is it true? If you don't try, you will disappear. Right? So Kiasu, some Kiasus are good. But only thing is, if the Kiasu too strong, it will affect to your mind. That's all.
Hi. Thank you, Bhante. There's a saying that small brain talk about people, big brain talk about events, and great brains talk about ideas. So as we move on, just now you talk about the four levels. How do we get this to the stage of intellectual level? That means beyond the big brother level. Can you enlighten us on this?
As a Buddhist monk, to say that to intellectual level, the brother level means you want to get influence. You want them to do better and better. Even that's why it's naturally his mind is not absolute yet. For example, like you want your brothers to do better, right? You want your people to do better. That's a big brother level. So intellectual level means, I think he had to gone through the experience. For example, he tried. Oh, I have two brothers. I try to help for them to do the best. But one become the best. One is not so. So after having through to this experience, somehow he realized it. That's what I have tried. So I try. Only 50% succeed. 50% not succeed. Based on his experience, somehow he really understands about the nature. No matter how hard I try, some things which does not exist, that may not. Sometimes I may not try my best, but it could happen. It could achieve as well. To me, as a Buddhist teaching, that is intellectual level. Understanding, let them be the way they are. Do your best, but do not expect they will be the best. Some will be the best, some will not be. But we cannot say exactly now. But only when we have some experiences, we realize, at least I try my best. No matter how hard I try, only 50% achieve. So he very relaxed, First, the big brother level, he's not very relaxed. You must do. You must get to the target. You must get to the target. You are not relaxed. After the person this experiences, you are very relaxed. I try my best. You try my best. To me, this lesson cannot be taught. I think about 5 more minutes. We have a teacher, monastic teacher, very, very good teacher. It's a very good motivator. He established a monastic school. So he's very disciplined. All the monastic students must get up 4:30. When they go to school, some have a bicycle, some do not have. So if they do not have a bicycle, the school is over at 4 o'clock. Some had a bicycle. You must come back to the temple at 4:15. Those who walk, you must come back here 4:45. Cannot late. Use a bicycle 4:15. So even the duration, he fixed very disciplined. That is why, since we were young, all the students are first and second in all the classes. All the first and second, third students are from our monastic school. But he could do only for the middle class, middle school. At the high school level, he could not do. So my teacher, he got to send to the high school, which is far from our village. So he had a very disciplined. And they lose. And when they go to high school, they are very free. Nobody disciplined them. They could do whatever they want. That's why the students are not doing well when they went to the high school. So my teachers are so disappointed. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to get them a highest education. I expect them to be doctors and lawyers. They must be one, first, second, third in every classroom. Yes, under him, all right. But when they escape from him, the students are very relaxed and then they lost some. Let alone first or second, sometimes they fail. So my teachers are very disappointed. When our time came, my teacher, he learned something. I'm trying very hard. Did not happen. So when I became a novice monk, he's very relaxed. He did not discipline us very strongly, not very strict. Surprisingly, he did not expect it from this group. The first group, he tried very hard. Nobody come up. So second group, so he gave up. He did not expect much. So from the second group, a few students came out. They're doing quite well. Even in my country, go back to the mine country, some of my fellow friends are doing very, very well. Given speaker or teacher or lecturer or governing level or everywhere. So my teacher said, yes, the Buddha said, I expected, did not happen. Now, I did not expect this time happen. To me, that is a big brother level. He's very relaxed. After experiencing these two, I expect too much, that did not happen. And he did not expect much. They succeeded more than expectation. So after that, he was very relaxed. Yeah, I should try, but I shouldn't try too hard. I shouldn't expect too hard. Is it more than a big brother? Intellectual level. This is what I understand. The Buddha's teaching in Dhammapara is, do not expect too much. Even though expect, may not happen. Sometimes, without expectation, something may happen. But you still have to try. This is, intellectual level. That's all.
One thing has given a very inspiring talk. We show appreciation by